Hi everyone, good evening. So welcome to this live session by THiNC Institute of Design. So hope you are doing good. Admin, am I clearly audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you so much. So guys, hi Pavnesh, hi. So basically, the live this live is basically regarding the latest updation of Nift, the National Institute of Fashion Technology. So I think the few days before, we received an official notification in the official website of Nift that this year's entrance examination, Nift entrance examination, is conducting in online mode. So there was various different confusion whether they will be conducted in home-based test or a center-based computer-based test. So there are so many confusions in regarding that. So what will be the kind of the mode of the examination like that? Since they have mentioned online, we was not sure that how will they conduct that particular examination, whether home or center based like that. So today, the Nift has come up with their latest notification regarding the online examination of for this year's admission process. So as they have mentioned, as their official notification, the exams will be held on the 6th February of 2022, and it will be on an online invigilated remote proctored Nift entrance examination. So it will be online vigilated. So it will be a home-based test, and this particular notification is all about how the online invigilated remote proctored Nift entrance examination is going to be. So what are the rules? What are the process of this particular examination? I think you were not familiar with such kind of entrance examination. In NID also it was pen and paper based entrance examination. So UC it was a center based online examination, which you need not worry about such kind of technicality of the examination in like that. But this particular examination, you have to be prepared for attending the online test in your home. So there are certain different process, and Nift has specifically mentioned the rules in order to attempt this particular test in your home. So this live session is all about discussing this particular official notification from Nift regarding the rules and regulation for online invigilated or remote proctored Nift entrance examination for admission 2022. And there is no change in the entrance examination till date. It will be held on 6th February 2022. So this is regarding the official notification from Nift side. So let's discuss one by one the most important topics they have been mentioned in this official notification. Okay, so let's get started. So in the official notification, they have mentioned that the candidates will take this year's entrance examination under virtual or online invigilation mode. So like you have been attending the UC kind of examination and the invigilation or the kind of registration process where they're conducted in the examination center itself. There was an examination center. So invigilation was made by them. But this time, for considering the pandemic situation like that, they are conducting a home-based test, but there are different kind of rules in order to set the standards. So whether any kind of cheating is done by the candidate. So in order to make sure the exam is conducting in a standard, in a proper manner, they have incorporated different kind of rules and process in order to conduct the examination home-based test error-free. There are different kind of rules and process they have been mentioning. So all candidates who were attending this year's Nift examination should follow this particular instruction. So before getting started, they have elaborately explained the kind of process and rules in this particular examination and how you need to attend this particular examination. So you have to go through this particular notification very well, because each point they have been mentioning in this particular official notification is really important for attending this kind of a particular home-based test in order to make it error-free and for a smooth examination. For attending examination smoothly, you have to follow the process and the rules. Okay, so let's go one by one. So like I have mentioned, the first point itself, they have been mentioning, it will be a virtual or online invigilation mode. So invigilation will be made through a virtual or online mode. So this particular invigilation mode has been named as the remote proctored examination. So the invigilator will be online and you will be monitored through a virtual online platform. So that will be the remote proctored examination. So all kind of invigilation, all kind of registration process before the examination. If you are going in an entrance examination center, there will be some process before starting examination. So that kind of process or the examination monitoring, all will be vigilated or invigilated through a virtual or online platform. So that is the peculiarity of this year's Nift examination. Okay. And the most important thing you have to remember for this examination is they have clearly mentioned the first point itself. The exam will require candidates to have 2 devices. Okay. So there should be 2 devices for attending this particular entrance examination. Okay, so that's need to be crystal clear. So why 2 devices? They have been specifically mentioned why you require 2 devices. So one device, in order to attend this particular examination, you require 2 devices. So one device should be a laptop or a desktop for taking the examination. So you have to attend the examination through a laptop or either through a desktop, and an Android mobile for additional monitoring from the rear. So they have clearly mentioned what is the purpose of 2 devices. So one device, a laptop or a desktop, in which you have to attend the examination, and the second device, which is an Android mobile for additional monitoring from the rear. So always in the upcoming points, you will see what are the purpose of these kind of Android mobile phones and etc. So why they are giving such kind of 2 devices to attending these kind of examination. So first, laptop or desktop for taking the examination, and Android mobile for monitoring your movements. So that is really important. So the next point, so it will be made live on a predetermined date and time. So there will be a date and time for this particular examination. Date will be 6th February. And a time, we don't know, they haven't specifically mentioned about any kind of time like that. So let's see for further notifications also. And one major thing you need to point out, or we have to point out, is that it can be taken only using the Google Chrome browser on your Windows PC bar laptop with a working camera and microphone. So that is a point really you need to focus on. So because sometimes in other laptops or PC there are Explorer or Edge, that kind of Safari, that kind of browsers. But here they have specifically mentioned you can only taken only using the Google Chrome browser. So that is the best browser in order to attempt the examination. I can taken only using the Google Chrome browser on your Windows PC or laptop, and they have specifically mentioned in the Windows PC or laptop with a working camera and a microphone. So your laptop, if you are using a laptop or a PC, there should be a working camera and a microphone. So please make sure these kind of setups are ready before the examination, not before the exact day, even before 2 or 3 or 4 days before. All these setups to be done. Okay. And regarding the technicality, also the Windows 7 and above operating system should be used for attempting the examination. And also the students can check their system requirements in the official Nift website itself. There is a particular link for niftadmissions.in. So you can just test your system by logging into this particular website, http://niftadmissions.in. So you can test the requirement, whether your system meets the required technical features or not. You can check using login means test your system link in the Nift admissions website. Okay, next point I would like to highlight is the they have required to have their Android mobile or the second device handy. The mobile also needs to have a working camera and microphone. So the laptop or the PC should have a microphone and a camera, and also the second device, the Android mobile phone or second device you use should have a working camera and microphone. So the both device you are using should have a working camera and a microphone. So please make sure that also. And these particular systems are for viewing the room from the side and back, in addition to laptop or PC which we are using. So they are just ensuring that no malpractice are doing while you are attending the examination. Okay. And also they have mentioned the candidate should log in 60 minutes before the entrance exam time to ensure smooth verification. So that is really important. And also there should be a mock test to make themselves familiar with the process beforehand. Okay. So before the actual examination, there will be a mock test, and taking the mock test is mandatory. They have clearly mentioned taking before the examination, actual examination, there will be mock test, because it's a kind of new pattern of examination you are not much familiar with, that is doing in your home, and already examination doing in a home. So in order to effectively doing that such kind of examination, you should have at least you should have a mock test, how the examination works, so or the how the examination works. So these kind of things you should be familiar with. What will be the what kind of platform you are handling with, and what should be the precaution. So, or is there any kind of issues facing while doing the examination. So all candidates have such kind of doubts. So before the actual examination, they are giving a mock test also in order to familiar with the process beforehand. So in the examination day, it will be smooth. That's the thing. And they have clearly mentioned taking the mock test is mandatory. So if you are going to attempt the examination, taking the mock test is mandatory. Okay. And also they may check the papers which are being displayed as per the application opted for at the exam registry. So it will be some document checking or document verification like that. And they have clearly mentioned about a camera verification process. You have to select your paper, because Nift has different kind of examination like BDES or MDES or BF Tech, MF Tech, MFM. So in order to log in, you need to select your paper which you are going to appear for. And initially, there will be camera verifications. Okay. And there will be a QR code for scanning and connecting your second device by mobile phone with the examination. Okay. So this is how you will connect your second device camera or the microphone with the examination portal like that. So there will be QR code, there will be camera verification. And in order to connect the second device or the mobile phone under mobile phone, there will be a QR code which you need to be scanned. Okay. And one clear mentioning regarding how you need to place the camera. So the second mobile device, the mobile device placed in such a way that the side and back view of the candidate is available on the mobile. So you should put the camera, the second device mobile phone in such a way that a clear view of your backside will be visible to the invigilator like that. So again, it's regarding the measurements in order to smoothly, effectively doing the entrance examination without any kind of errors or malpractices. And also, the only be able to take the exam after completing camera verification and connecting to mobile. So that's for sure. So there'll be camera verification and also mobile connecting. So these are the two processes before starting the examination. Okay, so you will be only able to take the exam after completing these two processes. And there will be a link to launch the test using the link provided in the Nift admission portal, niftadmission.in. So the link to attend these kind of examination, the examination will be available in niftadmissions.in website. Okay. So also they have clearly mentioned what should be your login ID and password. So for every online examination, there should be a login ID and password in order to do the examination. So here, in order to log into the entrance examination system, they will send you to your registered email ID. They will send you the roll number and the password you need to log in with. So prior to the examination, they will send you, not prior, I think they have been mentioned the kind of day or time they will send the login ID or password or roll number or password. But they have mentioned that in order to logging into the entrance examination, you require a roll number and password, and this particular roll number and password will be sent to your registered email ID. Okay. And also, after you log in with this particular credentials, the exam which you have been selected will be available for you. Okay. And there are different kind of precautions you need to take while attending the examination, and one will be your face should be clearly visible on the camera. So that is the 1 point. The 9th point, your face, her face is clearly visible in the camera, and also side and back view should be visible on the mobile also. So again, your front view and also the backside view are just recording these two views in order to invigilate whether any kind of malpractices or any kind of that kind of activities have been happening. So in order to ensure that they are using or they are advising to place the cameras in such a way. And also clearly mentioned in the 9th point, proper lighting, and no one else should enter the examination room. Okay, that should be you have to take care of. You should not allow any kind of person to interfere during the examination, and that will result in the debarring or cancelling your examination. So cameras, the proper lighting, and take care no one else should enter the examination room. On the 10th point, they have mentioned about the activities that will be monitored by them. Okay, so the entire duration of the examination, candidates' activity will be monitored through the webcam and also the microphone. And all processes, whether you are screen sharing or whether you are using any kind of screen sharing screens or any kind of all other process you doing on the browser or laptop, that will be also monitored and recorded also. Okay, so in the 11th point, they have mentioned about the Unfair Practice and Suspicious Act. So if the candidate indulges in Unfair Practice and Suspicious Act, or talking to someone else, or trying to share a screen, or leaving your place, the invigilator will intervene and cancel and stop the entrance test immediately. So no such kind of activity should be from your side. So please take care of that. And also they have clearly mentioned in the 12th point, no toilet or other breaks will be allowed during the entire duration of the examination. Okay, so that's 11th point. And next they have been mentioning about the requirement, the basic requirement for attending the examination. Okay, so what should be the different kind of requirement in order to meet or in order taking the examination at your home? So there are different criteria, like they have been mentioning about desktop and laptop, and for Apple laptop, Mac OS 11 or below, the latest Chrome browser installed for taking tests. So usually Mac, the Apple laptops have Safari, but in order to attempt this particular test, you have to download the Chrome browser. Okay, so please take care of that. They have clearly mentioned only in Google Chrome you should have or you will be able to attempt the examination. So please download, whether it's Windows or Mac OS, the desktop or laptop you are using, download the latest version of the Google Chrome browser. So you can only do the examination in that particular browser. Okay, and the second device, however, you need an Android mobile. They have specifically mentioned about the Android mobile, and we guess the Apple system will not work. The second device, the first device, you can they have clearly mentioned about the Apple laptop also, the Mac OS 11 or below, with latest Chrome browser installed for taking the test. They have mentioned about the Apple laptops, but the second device which you are using should be Android. Okay, and the browser, they have again clearly mentioned Google Chrome browser should be used, and the audio video, the laptop or PC need to have a webcam minimum 1.3 MP. Okay, and a good quality mic also, and operating system should be Windows or above. On the Apple side, I have mentioned Mac OS 11. And the RAM and processor should be 4 GB plus RAM, i3 5th generation 2.2 GHz or equivalent or higher. So that is the sufficient RAM and processor they are suggesting in order to smooth attending, or the requirement for attending this particular examination. And also make sure uninterrupted power backup, and also a power bank. UPS or inverter should be there, because if there is any kind of power failure like that, it will interrupt the examination. So it may result in cancelling the examination. So please make sure there should be an uninterrupted power backup or power bank. And the most important another thing is the dedicated internet and internet bandwidth of minimum 4G or Wi-Fi or above. So that is also, please make sure these kind of requirement: the desktop, the browser, the video and audio, the operating system, the RAM and processor, uninterrupted power backup, dedicated internet and internet bandwidth, and also the mobile phone, and a mobile phone with working camera, microphone, and you should install the latest Google Chrome browser also. Okay, and they also have mentioned what are the common do's and don'ts also while attending the examination. So also we are going through that particular point also because it's really important. So here the candidate will take the entrance exam from separate place bar room. So that is the major thing. If you are attending the examination, you should attend in a separate place and room, and no other person should be there in that particular room or vicinity during the entire duration. That's the first point. The second point, they have mentioned about a good lighting from top or behind the laptop, and they have preferably mentioning that a desk and chair is enough, and that is preferred while attending the examination. And so just before continuing, so from tomorrow onwards, exclusively for the Nift examination, we are starting our latest batch for Nift. That will be a crash course, and which will be starting from 25th January, and consists of 20 sessions. So basically on the Nift syllabus and pattern. So it's starting from tomorrow onwards. So if you wish to join this particular batch, definitely you can contact this particular number 8086 111 and 216 number. Okay. So let's continue. So these are the do's and don'ts we have been discussing. Okay. So in the third point, they have been mentioning a noise-free with no movement of people. Again, noise-free. Again, the movement of people they have been clearly mentioning. And all the items should be removed from the desk also. So the desk which you have been attending the examination should be means you should remove all the items in that particular desktop which will not be useful for the examination. Not the examination. I think they have been mentioning items should be removed from the desk. Okay. And invigilation can bar you from taking the examination if you are not allowed in the room. So if you are finding out if anyone is there, even in the first stage of examination, they will just bar you from the examination. So the fourth point, examination will be available only during the defined time slot. So if they are mentioning about a time slot, there will be, because there will be some different time slot, we have to confirm. But if they have been mentioned about the time slot, there may be different time slot also. Yeah, let's again, it's just a means not a doubtful. So for the official confirmation, we have to wait for it also. And like earlier they have mentioned, you have to log in 60 minutes before. There should be camera verification, and also the mobile should be paired. So that is the fifth point. Again on the different point they have been mentioning, no other persons are allowed. Okay. The seventh point, you must not talk to anyone else during the entire examination time. Okay. So that's the 7th point. And the 8th point, in case of any issue, you can chat and talk to help desk. Okay. So if you are using a home-based test and it will be something new to you. So if anything happen, if any kind of technical issues are happening, you can chat or talk to the help desk in any case of technical issue with permission from the invigilator. So there might be an invigilator who will be monitoring. So if there is any kind of issue, you can chat or talk with the help desk with the permission of the invigilator. So they have been clearly mentioning you have to take the permission from the invigilator. Okay. And also a chat is available in the system for communication with the assigned invigilator. And also they have clearly mentioned is that help desk phone is for emergency only. Okay, so better you have to chat talks with the help desk. Okay. So the 9th point, you should not use any kind of headphones, earbuds, or any other type of listening equipments. And the 10 point, so again, not to communicate with any person or seeking any assistance or refer to study material mobile for answering the question. So no such kind of activity should be done. And in the 11th point, they have mentioning that the candidate must not use any phone for any reason except for login. So you should only use a mobile phone for pairing up the second device which you are using. No other device will be allowed. And the candidate, the 12th point says, must not leave the room or entrance exam area. And the 13th point suggests you must not set up the computer at the time of entrance examination. So you should not wait the examination or examination day to set up the computer or to set up the computer. So it will be difficult. So you before 2 or 3 or 5 or 4 days before, you have to clearly set up the computer and make sure everything is working properly. So they have clearly mentioned the candidate must not set up the computer at the time of entrance examination. Okay, and they have clearly mentioned that any failure of the computer system during the entrance exam period, Nift will not be responsible and the candidate will lose his bar her attempt. Okay, so all settings and checks should be done and tested during the mock test. So there should be a mock test. Every technicality or any technical error or glitch should be tested in that particular mock test itself. Otherwise, if there is any kind of issues or failure happening, you will use your candidature. In the 4th point, they have been mentioning the candidate must not switch off the webcam or mic or cover the webcam. Okay. In the 15th point, you must not attempt to open other applications or navigate away. So minimizing the window, the examination window, that such kind of activity is also restricted. Sometimes it will result in auto submission also. So must ensure that he or she has been attempted every question and reviewed the accuracy of his bar answer. So that 15th point is really important. So you must not attempt to open other application or navigate away, and the candidate must ensure that he or she has attended every question and reviewed the accuracy of his or her answers. Okay, so you have to attempt and ensure and review the accuracy of the answers and double check before clicking the finish button on the paper. Why? Because once submitted even by mistake, retaking of the examination will not be permitted. So you have to be clearly vigilant about that particular scenario. So you must ensure that you have attended every question and also review the accuracy, double check before clicking the finish button on the paper, and even if you click by mistake, they will not permit you to attempt again. So you have to take care of that. Okay. And also they have been mentioning regarding the uninterrupted power source also. Okay, so you have to take care of that particular point also. So yes, it's last page. And also in the 17th point, you are not permitted to log out or switch off the computer. Okay. For the sake of going to the washroom, or if they log out or switch off, the invigilator may bar him from the examination. So you are not permitted to log out or switch off the computer. Okay, so that's the main thing. And also calculate, 18th point I have been mentioning, calculators or other devices are not permitted during the examination. So there are different points you just need to consider. You have to go through this particular notification very well, because there are so many points there you just need to consider. You have to obey all those rules and conditions in order for smooth attempting smoothly the examination. You have to clearly go through this particular notification. I think twice or thrice or 4 times or 5 times, because there are so much such kind of rules you just need to follow. Okay, and also please go through the requirement also. Okay, and also they have mentioned about what happens or what will result in debarment or cancellation of the entrance exam. Okay, so there is also different points. Let's discuss the most important points. So one, unfair practices and suspicious act. So the invigilator will warn first, and then that will result in the, if that persists, that will result in the cancellation of the examination. So that's the one point. And if there is any kind of misconduct, that will result in cancellation. If suppose any kind of unfair act, any kind of cheating is happening, if they find out that will result in debarment and cancellation. And there are different kind of unfair act if determined during or after the entrance exam. Based on the data they have been collected, they will check on that. Okay, so attempts copying on-screen question, tries to take screenshot or violates any of the entrance examination rules, that will also result in the debar. And candidates are responsible for obeying all rules and for arranging the required infrastructure to their end. No request for re-exam will be entertained on their part. So that's a really important point. So candidates are responsible for obeying all rules and for arranging the required infrastructure at their end. And also no request for re-exam will be entertained on their part. Okay, so all rules should be obeyed and the requirement infrastructure should be arranged by the candidate itself. Okay, and also there are some privacy policy also they have been mentioning. The entire process will be logged and photograph, video recording will be made for the checking or verification of the examination. Okay, so that's the entire process we have been discussing right now. So so that's the entire process. There are different kind of rules and regulations which they have been mentioning. There are different kind of rules and requirements also. So you have to go through this particular notification very well, because there are so many things, there are so many rules there and requirements also, all kind of, and this particular notification mainly consists the technicality, the technical requirements and the rules. You have to go well through this particular notification and make sure every rules are obeyed and every process are followed. And the mock test is mandatory also. Please make sure you are attending the mock test also, because before the examination they will conduct a mock test in order to familiarize with the examination. That is mandatory also. So there are these kind of different kind of rules are there. So please go through this particular notification very well and make sure you are meeting all the requirements. There are minimum system requirements also. They have been mentioned specifically one by one. What are the system requirements, etc. So please go through that. It's really important. And the different kind of what result in debarment or cancellation over the entrance exam. So such kind of notes has been also mentioned. So please go through this very well. And guys, for those who are preparing for attending those examinations, so THiNC Institute of Design is coming up with the Nift Crash Course 2022, which is starting from 20th January, which is in tomorrow onwards. So you can join our crash batch. So it's starting from tomorrow onwards, and you will have 20 sessions in this particular crash batch. Okay, so our really brilliant faculty, we have a team of very good faculties coming up for you for this exclusive Nift preparation. The NID is over, UCD is over, and only Nift is required. Nift is left to conquer. So I think definitely you will be preparing well. So if you are having any kind of queries, you can just go for it. Okay, if there are some questions. Sir, there is any cheating in exam of any student? Ah, can you give some tips for cheating? Avnesh, there is no, you will not have any such kind of way of cheating in this particular online examination. So the Nift authority is making sure that any of the students are going for such kind of activities like cheating in examination, and don't even think about it. Okay, so don't even think about such kind of activities. Okay, just go with the actual ways, just do your best. So that's a better option. That is the only tip we just want to give you. Just go with the way you approach your actual examination. That's enough. There is no need of any kind of such cheating. So how can CAT part done? So guys, there is no such what information regarding what will be the syllabus or structure of the examination will be. In the first initial notification, they have been mentioning of the CAT part, but for such kind of online test, they haven't mentioned about how the CAT part, or is there will be only GAT part, or there will be both GAT and CAT. They haven't mentioned such kind of anything in the this notification, but we can expect there will be one more notification, or in upcoming days we are expecting such kind of notification regarding the examination pattern. Will there be any change in the pattern? Will they have eliminated CAT section, or will there be both GAT and CAT, or will there be any GAT? So I think all such kind of questions will be noticed by THiNC, and also they will inform the kind of pattern itself. So how will be the examination pattern for sure? I think we can just wait for the upcoming days for such kind of official notification or official confirmation from their side. So from Navneet, do we have any access to contact the invigilator in case of any technical issues? Yes, Navneet, in the notification itself, they have been clearly mentioned about the such kind of technical issues. If you are facing any kind of technical issues, first you have to take permission from the invigilator. Then you have to go for chatting for technical assistance. So yes, there might be an option for chatting or talking to the help desk. So before that, you have to get permission from the invigilator. So it will be like Zoom meeting exam. Pavnish, we don't think so, because it will be like what AI oriented examination. So it will not be like an interface of Zoom. It will be entirely different. So make some previous paper discussion. Of course, we will be doing that in the upcoming days. We will come up with more Nift oriented content. So exclusively for the Nift aspirant, we are coming up with more exclusive, very important content for Nift. So stay tuned, guys. If you are not yet subscribed our channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon also for up-to-date notification. So we will be coming up the most up-to-date videos, live quizzes, and also live interactive sessions also. So please take. So again, Madhurima has asked about the CAT examination, or also Archana has mentioned about the CAT part. So like I have mentioned, there is no clear clarification. The Nift authority haven't given any clarification regarding that, whether there will be any CAT part, or how will be the examination pattern for this kind of online home-based test. In the upcoming days, we believe there will be official notification regarding that. Can we take a rough paper along with us who are doing the mathematics part? They haven't mentioned about such kind of things, whether you should keep that kind of rough paper or not. Definitely in the upcoming days, like when they're mentioning the examination pattern, they also mention such kind of material which can be or cannot be used. Okay, so that's a question from student side. Okay, guys, so this live was all about the rules and regulations, the most updated notification from the Nift, and it was about the rules and regulations for online invigilated but remote proctored Nift entrance examination. So for more queries, you can just post your doubts and queries in the chat box, and also for further queries, you can contact to 8086 111 So our new crash batch is starting from tomorrow onwards, 25th January. And if you want to enroll, you can just call to this particular number. You can enroll to our latest crash batch of Nift 2022. So that's it for now. So if you are having further queries, so please comment your queries or doubts in the chat box. So definitely our team will resolve such kind of queries in the chat box itself. So thank you guys. Thank you so much.